And that was it, guys. That was the end of it. You know, I went from being a potential first rounder to not getting drafted because I was deemed too much of a health risk by all the NFL teams when I went to the combine.
Okay.
And so
I didn't know that.
driving up to my agent's office, Minnesota rainy day, embarrassed, you know, I think everything's over. You know, I put all my eggs in the football basket. I mean, I had my degree, but I thought it was done. And 2 months before the draft, I get to speak at a big alumni event on campus in front of about 700 people. And I get to open for Tony Dungy, who was a former Gopher, now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. And so I get up in front of all these people and I say, hey, Coach, if you really care about the Gophers, if you really care about this university, you're going to draft me in the upcoming draft. And everybody got a kick out of it. And he was gracious enough to respond. He said, you know, Ben, we'd love to have you. We drafted Dallas Clark in the first round last year, so we're not really going to be looking for tight ends. Mm-hmm. Then he stepped back from the podium, put his hand on his chin, as if God was downloading something.
Interesting.
Came back to the podium and he said, you know, I'm going to make a promise to you in front of all these people. If for some reason you don't get drafted, if for some reason you slip through the cracks, I promise I'll be the first person to call.
No way.
And everybody clapped, kind of went in one ear, not the other, right? Because at that point, there were still a lot of teams interested, and I didn't realize that I was going to be red flagged due to injury. But fast forward 2 months, we go into my agent's office, sit down at the table. All that's left is the free agent market, the leftovers, you know, guys that.
So this is right after the draft.
This is right after is right after the draft. All that's left are the guys that usually just get brought in to give the veterans a break, right? It's so hard to make a team as a non-drafted player. And about 5 seconds after the free agent market opens, the phone in the middle of my agent's desk rings, and I pick it up. And who do you think it was?
Coach Dungy.
Tony.
What a guy.
That's
what a guy.
Tony Dungy.
That is unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.